episode of Creative Writing Advice with me, JJ Barnes. If you don't know me, I'm the author of How to Write a Story, which is out now on Amazon, and I also have a writing advice blog, and I do these videos over here on YouTube where I'm hoping to bring you the writing advice that I have learned and I have found useful with my writing. Basically, I want to be able to inspire you and give you the confidence to finally get that story out into the world that you've always wanted to write. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how to keep the conflict active in every scene. Because a story without conflict isn't really a story, it is just people living. So the conflict of your story, this is your main conflict, is your protagonist, your main character, wants something. You join them in this part of their life for a reason. You join them in this part of your life because of a goal. You aren't joining them when they're just living, just existing, just going about their day, because that's not a story, that is just life, and we all live real life. We don't need to see that. You are joining them at this moment to watch them on a journey to try and accomplish a goal. That is a story, and that makes it entertaining. So at the start of your story, your protagonist goes into the inciting incident, which is where they become active. In the Hunger Games, that is when Katniss steps up and says she volunteers to be tribute. In The Little Mermaid, it's when Ariel sees the boat and goes up and has a look at it. It is the moment they become active in pursuit of their goal. So before that, just living, having hopes and dreams, having things they want to experience or do or see, but not making active steps to do it. The inciting incident comes and your character goes in pursuit of that goal. They take steps, they start on a journey, and that is why you are following them. Now the conflict, what they want to achieve, it needs to be present in every single scene. The moment your characters have what they want and are then back to just living, your story is over. There's no point being with them anymore. You might see them happy for a couple of pages, but then it's done. Your story is over. So you need to make sure that from the inciting incident up to the climax, that conflict is infused into every interaction and every single scene. Keep them moving. If your character has a side scene, say they go on a little side adventure where they are not in pursuit of their goal, they're doing something completely unrelated, and you could lift that scene out of your story and it would still flow and make sense. They haven't, that little detour just doesn't affect the plot at all. You should be lifting that side plot out because it's not moving your story forward. If you want to tell a story about that side plot, tell a story about that side plot. Or if you want to keep that little side story in, make it plot relevant by making your character learn something or meet somebody, something which becomes part of your plot. But they should be in pursuit of their goal all the time. If they're taking time out not to pursue their story goal, to do something completely unrelated and completely different, A, it's kind of pointless. Why are we witnessing it? It's got nothing to do with the story we're there to experience. And B, if their goal matters so much and we're all invested in seeing them achieve their goal, and that's why we're here, we've shown up because they care about it, so we care about it. If they care about it so little that they can go do something else that's completely unrelated, why do we care anymore? They have to care enough that they're always in pursuit of it, otherwise it's a bit pointless and meaningless. And if they don't care, we won't care. So keep every scene relevant. Now a really key thing to do is every single character should have an active conflict. You're not necessarily following it, and that's fine because they're not your protagonist. They can be doing their own stuff. But if they're all in pursuit of a goal too, if they're all motivated, if they all have active conflict, your scenes will plow forward with real power and interest and entertainment value. If only one character, your protagonist, is motivated and everybody else is just like, I'm just living, I'm just here, I'm just doing my own thing, oh yeah, I'll help you. They're not real people. They're flat, they're boring, they're not interesting. Every character needs to be a protagonist of their own story. And for their own reasons, they might choose to become involved in your protagonist's story. They might love them and want to support them, or they might be their enemy and want to fight them and stop them. But they have to have their own reasons for wanting to do that. They have to be motivated. If that conflict goes away, your scene will become flat. Every scene needs to have people in pursuit of a goal. If there's no conflict, if everybody has what they want, there's no story. So at the beginning of every scene, right, look at the characters you're going to put in that scene. Or, you know, go through in editing and just read every scene with this in mind. It doesn't really matter which way you do it. Who is in that scene? What do they want? Now, it could be something as simple as they want to go to a party and one of your character wants to go and the other one doesn't. That's conflict. That's interesting. Or it could be something big, like I want to rob that bank and I don't want to rob that bank. Conflict. I want to rob that bank and I want to stop you robbing that bank. I want to rob that bank and steal all the money, or I want to steal all that money too, so we're going to have conflict because we both want all the money. Every scene should be infused with what characters want, what they're doing to get it, and why it matters to them. And if you can do that, if you can put that into it, into how they behave, into their dialogue, how they communicate with each other, what they're doing, your story is going to be rich and deep and entertaining and thrilling to experience. Even a gentle, slow-paced love story about a woman who runs a little coffee shop out in the countryside, she still has to want something. It can be a lovely, gentle, slow-paced story that explores feelings and emotions and small-town life. But your characters still have to want something. Otherwise, why are you there? You want your characters to care, so your audience will care. And if you're writing a really fast-paced one, then, you know, survival and stopping monsters and things like that, that's conflict enough, but it should be in every scene. You can't have them just taking time off to go and get pizza, unless when they're getting that pizza, they're making plans and the pizza's kind of a side part. It's just how they are spending time, what they're doing whilst they make plans to do something. I hope this makes sense. Yeah. Look at every scene. Look at every character. Work out what they want and work out what they're doing to get it that is relevant to your story. If it is a side plot which has no relevance to your story and could just be lifted out, either make it relevant or take it out. And if you really like the ideas that you've done in that little side plot, that little side adventure, there is no reason you have to only write one story. Put that in another story. Like, make a whole story about that side plot. It's fine. You can write as many stories as you want. But try and keep your story focused on your actual story and not other ideas you've got that you can't let go because you want to get as many ideas as you can into the one story. Makes it a bit messy. Makes it a bit like, why am I here? There's too much going on. They obviously don't care enough about the main story because they're off doing something else. So just put it in a different story. There's always more stories to tell, always more writing to do, always. More characters, everything. I hope this has been helpful to you. Thank you very much for watching another one of my videos. If you strongly disagree with me and think I'm talking absolute garbage, you can comment below and tell me. I don't think I'm talking absolute garbage. I stand by my advice, but you might disagree, and that's fine. We're all entitled to our opinion. If you go to my website, which is jjbarnes.co.uk, over there you will find links to all of my work, including my social media, where you can come and chat to me. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I put out a video every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And yeah, I hope this has been good, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back in soon. Bye.